the truth. The truth made me a man. And I raised my son in Israelite customs. I gave him scriptures, but I told him not to teach. He finds an Israelite group, not one West. Starts going to classes with them, and they're staying out late, and I didn't protest. 2 months ago, they tried taking him to their camp spot. They make him buy strong drink, and they try to make him teach. Respectfully, he declined, and he kept his honor. So they beat him like an animal. When I went to the hospital, his nose is broken. His jaw is wired shut. He couldn't even weep through the pain. But I wept. Why did I weep? Because he's the future of my house. A dutiful son. And I will never believe in the truth again. So I go to the Purple Police like a good Israelite. Because these are the men I was bringing to counsel. And they tell me there's nothing they can do because he's an unrepentant Israelite. An unrepentant Israelite. They got raised up that very day. And I stand in the congregation like a fool. So I told my rib, for justice, we go to the Isupk under Commanding General Yahan.
So why do you go to them first and don't come to me?
What do you want from me? Tell me anything. Just do what I beg you to do.
What is that? That I cannot do.
I'll forgive you anything you ask.
We've known each other for many years, and it's the first time you came to me for counsel or help. Can't remember the last time you invited us to your house for a feast day, even though my wife made your son's last Passover call. Let's be real, you never wanted my friendship, and you were afraid to be one West.
I wasn't ready to put on all black.
I understand. But you found peace in the world. And you made money, good money, bought a house, and you went to the fake Israelite group and thought you didn't need us. But now you come to me saying, the bar, give me justice. But you don't even ask for respect or my friendship. You don't even think to call me captain. Instead, you come to the school on a Sabbath day and ask me to unalive for money.
I asked for justice.
That's not justice. Your son is still alive.
Make them suffer then, as he suffers. How much should I pay you?
Ben Israel, why do you disrespect me? Don't you know that if you would have came into the school a lot sooner, that the Lord would have destroyed those men that harmed your son? You would have been honorable, man. Your enemies would have been the Lord's enemies, and they would have feared you.
Be my teacher. Captain.
That's the law. There will be no violence. But if you want to be a trooper, make sure you start wearing all black. That's boots, pants, headband, or scarf. And make sure you pay your tithe.
Come.
All right? So, also, make sure that you come to the Lord's 55th annual Passover by the Isupk. That's in Durham, North Carolina. $200 an adult. Kids are free. All right? With that, shalom.
I know exactly what they want. I know exactly what they want. Just be patient. My name is my name, power and glory, I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. Y'all keep the fame, I want the glory. Been that nigga, bitches never ignored me. Rich in spirit, little bitch can't afford me. Day one static, fix it with a 4G. Red beam on it, you think I'm recording. Kicking front doors, you try to backdoor me. We are not a gang, bitch, we an army. Book a den, you know I don't tell stories. Keep it 100 in the lightning, you niggas fake. Baby K name Adonis, mini Drake. Clip curl, but somehow I can shoot it straight. Insta clip, I can shoot for a minute straight. Turn this to the Super Bowl if I need to. I can hit your chief up with an eagle. Set you up on the score, but they lied to you. Why you letting them niggas mislead you? My name is my name, power and glory, I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. My name is my name, power and glory, I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. You won't see it coming, I move like a crook, a thief in the night. So watch what you put, my aim precise. These bullets 12 inches long, a block away I could take off the foot. Don't ask me no questions if you know my stance. Bitch, I'm the man, so thanks in advance. They mean a rifle on top of a tripod. If they ever tell you I was taking a stand, think I run up on me, but I'm way too advanced. Spinning with choppers, turn you into a fan. Can show you the steps, but won't hold your hands. They thought they could stop me, it ain't go as planned. How I get this far? Cause I took a chance. Really got ranked, keeping it a band. This ain't what you think, better think again. This ain't what you think, you better think again. My name is my name, power and glory, I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. My name is my name, power and glory, I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all created this monster. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all created this monster. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all created this monster. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all created this monster.
Those are messed up, no. Bad news, fit to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' rap. so Gazak watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang Tsung. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Harbor Free. Try to hold me, it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking over. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I'm make hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that business like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the fart. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low. Told that bitches either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas. Get your knife and your fork. He ain't locked in with the count. And would you speaking to me fart? Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad. Got them tied down and out there. Came through with them steppers. Niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch, like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb. Yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low. Told that bitches either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our car. And I just made the call. We gon' start another war. Yeah.
No sweat. Get a load of hand. Knock him. Hey man, listen, man. Get a load of hand for what we did out there in New York.
That's right.
The Israelite School UPK under Commander General Yohana, of course, has clothed over 140,000 what you call immigrants or refugees in New York City this past weekend, man. Myself, Officer Kananya, man, from this zone, we went out there with a multitude of other generals and captains in the Israelite School UPK, and it was amazing. It was amazing. And let me tell you something, we're going to go over that today. We also going to go over Charleston White. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about Charleston White and his little Royal Rumble that he had on stage after he assaulted a brother like a damn idiot. What else we going to go over? What else we got?
We got the little boy crying because of what his mama was doing.
Oh my goodness. A woman, a mother twerking for likes.
Yeah.
You understand? And on social media, twerking for likes in front of her son. Now, this boy had to be no older than 9, 10, 11. You know what I'm saying? She twerking in front of this kid on another man that he don't recognize as being his father. And that right there was shameful. We're going to go over that too. What else we going to go over in the world today? Anything else? It don't matter. When we get it, we're going to get it. First thing, let's talk about what you got first. First of all, before you even do that, any questions in the room? Any questions online? If you have any questions online, I don't care what it's about. It can be about anything that you want. Any questions online, let's get them. It could be anything. Any questions in the room, let's get it now before we get into these stories. Go ahead, Priest.
Hey, Salakia Cap. I just got a question about like predictive programming. Do you think the Jewish or the people that's running the media that throw the TV shows on, do you think they like show us in the movies what they gonna do before they do it, or?
there was a theory that was running around about technology. You remember back in the day, they say, hey, if you watch The Matrix and you see those drones that's keeping the people in the cells and stuff like that before they wake up, this is technology that they already had. You know what I'm saying? So they put it out there because they already got it and they just ain't put the technology out. Honestly, it's a theory. It's hard for a man of truth to sit here and tell you precisely what I think about a theory when I'm not involved in what they do. Predictive programming, let's define predictive programming. Let me get a definition of predictive programming as they see it, right? Meaning, I think what you're saying is they'll put it in the movie and after a while it'll come to pass, like The Simpsons, right? Or The Family Guy or something like that. There are a lot of things that it's not predictive programming. It's already in their program. They don't have to predict it. They put it into play. These are the powers of that are at the people that run the earth. Remember when I was asking y'all who the hell said that peanut butter go with jelly? Mm-hmm. How the hell we know peanut butter go with jelly? Somebody told us it goes together. But is that something that you would normally put together in your mind? No, it wouldn't. It's about as odd as ketchup on. I'm not gonna say that, all right? I'm gonna offend a brother, but it's odd. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody says, "Hey, yo, let's put this together." Well, the first time you ever heard peanut butter and fluff sandwich, what did you do when you first heard peanut butter and fluff? When I first heard it, I cringed a bit. Like, what the hell is a fluff? You know what I mean? So these people. They control social media. Yeah, not only do they control social media, they control what you eat. Go ahead, you got the definition?
They don't have a definition, but they did give you explanation. So.
1 second, hold that. You understand? These people control what you think, how you like programming itself is real. You understand? Like that's why they put things on TV. I'll give you a good example. Good Times, right? This is my favorite go-to thing. With Good Times was about a family that was in a ghetto, struggling and surviving, together. Father, mother, children, neighbors, everyday situations that happen in the ghetto. Everybody's familiar with the show Good Times? Okay. All right? Well, then they wanted to kill off the husband because he didn't agree with the trajectory of what they were making their main character be. Some goofy cat that wear hats and go dynamite all the time, a comical kid. When he felt like the father in real life felt like the character's direction could have went into something more prestigious, something that young kids could look up to instead of being a damn clown and a what's the word I'm looking for? A joker. You understand? He didn't want that to be like that. So you know what they did? They killed him off. And then they wanted to promote single parent households. But the mother that played on that, Florida Evans, of course, that's not a real name. Somebody find a real name from that. It slips on my mind. But she wouldn't have it. Why? Because programming is real. And us as a people, as a nation, we're young. We just came out of slavery, brother. Christopher Columbus just left 400 years ago. You understand? Slavery, we just got out of chains, 100 years ago? I mean, we're young. We're behind the curve of business, sovereignty, everything. We're behind. We had a fair shot at the race. Everybody was already 500 yards away before they even shot the gun, and that we can start the race on. So, you know, as far as programming, it's detrimental to our race to sit here and do what? And be programmed. Go ahead.
Sir, Florida Evergreen name is Esther Roll.
Thank you, Esther Roll. Like, listen, that sister stood against that because she knew that would teach young black children about a dysfunctional family that does not work. And she tried it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she tried it with one more season, but after a while, she just was like, I'm done. I'm not going to be a part of promoting this household that struggles in the ghetto without a black man. And what do you see today? You see black families without a black man, Hispanic families without Hispanic men all over the United States, and it's destroying our kids. So programming is real. The way they use that to program us now with social media. Why do you think we got twerking everywhere? Why do you think we got gangbanging everywhere? Because that's what they push. That furthers the cards in America to keep you oppressed. And as long as you think that that's something that's successful, that's going to get you paid, you're going to do it. Why? Because we're in poverty. We're in poverty. You can barely get a job as a black man, Hispanic man. You could, good night. Women don't want you if you ain't paying for everything. Right. You see what I'm saying? They're going to be promiscuous as all outdoors and give their attention to many other men. Why? Because they don't want to put their eggs in one basket and dealing with you. They don't even want your kids. Brother, they look you in the face and say, I ain't having no kids. In the 50s, 40s, and 30s, having a child was a blessing. America then programmed our women to thinking that, and men, that thinking that having children is a curse. Oh yeah, Priest, you want to say something?
Yeah, Khan. Is that what they call like TV and cable? Like they say it's television program?
Yes, I mean, images are one of the most strongest things that you can ever have. I'll tell you what, here's an imagery right here that programmed you. The religion of Christianity that is not in the Bible. As you know, Christianity has no foundation in the actual words of God that's written in the 1611 King James version of the Bible. Yet they tell you that God loves everybody. They tell you that Jesus Christ was white. They tell you that he died for every race and everything on the planet. Give me more. God hears the sinner's prayer. They tell you all of these things. Woman, thou art loose. The divorce is okay to do. You understand? Interracial marriages. What else? Same-sex marriages. They tell you that all these things are okay. Men and women are equal. They tell you all these things. None of those ideologies are found in the Bible at all. They are not. Yet you have a religion called Christianity, and they teach you these things. They program you, and what do they use? They use an image. They use a false image that is not in the Bible. Yet you know it's not in the Bible, but you don't question it. Black people and Hispanic people, we march on the streets all the time over injustices, but we will never march 100,000 strong about them changing the images back to what they used to be before the Renaissance. You understand? We don't march that they teach accurate history in America. We don't care. You see what I'm saying? So yes, imagery is one of the most powerful tools that you can use to brainwash anybody. Because if you see an image repeated all the time, it becomes a subconscious thing that stays in your mind even when you sleep. After a while, you'll try to do it. You'll try to look like it. You'll try to imitate it. Why do you think that black women, I'm coming to you out. Why do you think black women wear wigs instead of their natural hair? Black women wear wigs instead of their natural hair because they don't think that their natural hair is acceptable to society as beautiful. Right? Why? Because they've been playing with Barbie dolls their entire life. And the Barbie doll hair is just like so-called white people's hair. You understand? Why do you think black men wear suits and ties? Because they see successful white men, they wear suits and ties. Hell, even uneducated older brothers who are in the Christian church will tell you, you thugs need to pull up your pants. And I'm going to tell you straight up, pull up your pants because I don't want to see your butt cheeks. As a grown man, I don't want to see a man with his shirt off. And as a grown man, I don't want to see a man with his butt cheeks hanging out because that is pause. You understand? That's very questionable for you to be walking around here advertising your butt because men are seeing this. And the moment a man walk up to you and say, hey, what's up with that butt like P. Diddy would do to you, then you got attitude. P. Diddy say, hey, man, I'll take you shopping. You might be the first one to go. Nevertheless, you looking at all this stuff, it's programming The images that we see are programming us. We ain't even talking about the lyrics in the songs yet. Rip me out the plastic. I'm brand new. Give me another one. I don't cook. I don't clean. The WAP. I mean, all of these things that you hear with the images along with them, they take the mind of impressionable youth, and then they become a trend, and then they become something that it's not like back when NWA was out. NWA was about black kids that had attitudes because of oppression. Turned into gangsters when they get out of the neighborhood. They, N-words with attitude. You understand? Then you're looking at the first rap before that was about conscious rap. Fight the power. You understand? Fight the power was not the narrative that America wanted you to go in, brother. Because if you go into fight the power, then you're going to fight against the people who make the rules. Who program your children. You understand? You remember the song? Your mama's on crack rock. Y'all remember that song? That was one of the most degrading songs that black people had ever. For another black kid to make fun of his brother because he don't have the right type of clothes because his mother is strung out on crack cocaine. Now, that was biological warfare that was given to us and forced on us by a race of people that run America, brother. We didn't have chemical labs to create this crack cocaine. Hell, we couldn't even make cocaine. It takes gasoline to make cocaine. You know how many people was walking around here looking for gas for their car? Let alone for a whole barrel of cocaine. I don't know the ingredients, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying. That's what they used. So, yes, programming is real. And because of the image of the white man Jesus that they gave you, which is really the likeness of Cedra Borgia. Give me Revelations chapter 1 and 13. Cedra Borgia, though, was the son of the 6th Pope of Rome, who was what we would call today the white race. When you read in the Bible, Jesus Christ was a black man. So, one second, hold it, if you got it. Jesus Christ was a white man. Jesus Christ was a black man. Today, he's known commonly as a white man. Because in history, Michelangelo, was it Leonardo da Vinci? Leonardo da Vinci painted the likeness of Jesus Christ as a alternative lifestyle living man named Cedra Borgia, who was the son of the 6th Pope of Rome, who also had sex with his sister Lucretia and unalived his own brother. You understand? Go ahead, brother.
Shalaki said it's also said that he was in a relationship with Leonardo da Vinci.
That's what I just said. Okay. That's exactly what I just said. It was an alternative lifestyle, man. And he was infatuated. Those two men were infatuated with each other. And Leonardo da Vinci was alternative lifestyle as well. And because his father ran what we would call Christendom today, you know what I'm saying? He ran it. He was able to paint the narrative of a white Madonna and, you know what I'm saying, or a white Mary and a white Jesus. They pushed that after the Renaissance period because before that, there's a book that you can buy right now for $3,000 or more called Russian Icons. These were the first images that were ever created about the iconic people of the Bible, and they were all painted as black or brown people with either what you call woolly hair or curly hair. You understand? And I know there's a lot of you Puerto Rican sisters and brothers out there who like to straighten your hair as if you have white hair. But the moment you put water on it, it curls up again, and it'll always curl up again. When white people put water on their hair, it just falls down like goat hair. You understand? Nevertheless, I'm not being racist, I'm not being prejudiced, I'm just telling you what the facts are. We as people know that programming is real, man. And after you saw in your church, and you saw your grandmother, and you saw your father, and you saw your auntie, and you saw everybody who you thought were men of God and women of God worship an image of a white Jesus, then guess what that did for you? It made your self-esteem go low. Because God, not only is God white, brother, but he also puts you in slavery. And he stands with the race that put you in slavery. And they can do no good. They can do no bad. You know what I mean? So, whoever has the scripture about Jesus Christ's character, let's get that out of the Bible first. And let's check that out. Go ahead.
You said, you said Revelation 1:13?
Yes, I think Officer Mungabar has it. Unless he wants to give it to you. Either way, it doesn't matter to me as long as we get it read.
Revelation chapter 1 verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks.
Like these 7 candlesticks right here that you see live. Right now is the closing of the feast of HACHAANAKAH, which is the feast of dedication from when we fought for the temple or control, over our temple after the men that ruled Alexander's kingdom after him, after they took over power and decided to subjugate us and make us eat pork. You don't know that your forefathers died before they ever ate pork. Right. You had no clue about that. Meanwhile, you just cower like a punk and just eat it because you think it tastes good. The only reason why you think pork tastes good is because you are the byproduct of slavery. That's why. Before that, you would have died. You would have got fried in a frying pan before you ate pork. You would have been dismembered before you ate pork. You would have got your tongue cut out before you ate pork. That's what your ancestors did.
Right.
But because we don't know that Jesus Christ was a Negro, not any type of black man. I'm not talking about any kind of black man. I'm not talking about black men from Sudan. I'm not talking about black men from Ethiopia. I'm not talking about black men from Australia. I'm not talking about black men from Papua New Guinea. I'm not talking about black men from the Polynesian island. I'm not talking about black men from give me another one. Ethiopia. I said that already. Hawaii. I said that already. The Polynesian islands. The Somalians. The Egyptians. I'm not talking about those. The Libyans. I'm not talking about those type of people. I'm talking about the Negroes that pick cotton in America. Jesus Christ you descend from a man who would today be known as the people who pick cotton in America for free for 400 years. For free. Who went through Jim Crow, who went through the civil rights marches and the whole movement, who went through being lynched. Give me more. Who went through being raped. What's the other one? Affirmative action. Give me another one. Sundown towns. The Emmett Tills and this is the race that Jesus Christ, as you know, came from. The people who were stacked like sardines on the transatlantic slave trade and pushed overboard for sharks to eat. And even to this day, those sharks still swim those passageways, hoping that they get a taste of some good Jew meat. Because the Negroes in America are the blood descendants of the Jews, of the tribe of Judah. You understand? But here you go thinking that you was from Africa. Here you go thinking you was Egyptian. Here you go thinking that race and colorism does not matter. Do you know how destroyed you got to be as a people to think that race does not matter when it comes to God? God set this up that way. God, the Most High. Read the book. You understand? Go ahead, read the description of Jesus Christ, please.
1, like unto the Son of Man.
Son of Man is what? Me. I'm a son of a man. How? Now, here's another thing. How could you think that Jesus Christ is God or he was born without a man and a woman having sex when it says he's the son of a man? Doesn't the Bible call Jesus Christ the Son of Man? The only way you could be the Son of Man is to come from a man's seed. You think the Bible is telling you lies? No. Jesus Christ was born from Joseph having intercourse sexually with Mary. before everybody saw them get married in a wedding. You understand? That's all it is. That's all it is. The same thing that you do. Right? How many times you have sex with a woman and have children with them before y'all stand together in a church and she throw the bouquet? That's 80% of all black marriages, ain't it? The majority of you sisters be with a man for 40 years until he even proposed to you. And tell me if I'm making this up, Hebrew.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
And then guess what? Then you accept it, and then I know. Now everybody knows you come together. They came to your reception. They came to your wedding. And now everybody knows you together, but yet y'all been having sex for 40 years. Got kids together and raised them. They grown. Now he married you. It's the same thing, right? So with that being said, read on.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot.
And Christ was clothed with a war garment down to the foot. And that's what they used to look like. If you research back in Eastern times where armies would go to war, they had a garment down to the foot with something else as well. I'm sorry, go ahead, Ayah.
It's like I was going to say fringes.
Of course, fringes. Because that's an Israelite tradition, isn't it? If you go read in the Old Testament, it'll tell you in Deuteronomy that we wore fringes, holy fringes, and they represented what? The laws of God. So when we wear fringes, we don't just do it for fashion. When you wear the fringes, you see a brother with fringes on, you better know that this man knows what the laws of God are. And it's bordered with blue, a ribbon, which what? Signifies the covenants that the Lord gave to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob to be a God of Israel forever. And even in our destroyed state in America today, guess what? There's a power that fights for you to come out of this, man. I know it seems like it ain't, but just like any father, when you disobey his rule and when you disobey his word for so long, after a while, he got to punish you, right? How many of y'all have ever given your children a tap on the butt? How many of y'all ever put your children on punishment or put a lien on what they get as far as allowance and shoes and clothes or whatever the case may be? You don't spoil them no more. Why? Because they're not doing what you told them to do. You gave them chance after chance. But this brother had a robe that was, or a garment that was all the way down to the foot with fringes on it. Go ahead.
And a girt about the paps.
And a girt is a war belt that goes about your midsection. It's usually made out of leather and metal. Why? Because when you go to war, somebody is trying to pierce you in your stomach area. Well, that was there to protect what your rib cage can't protect. You understand? And it also held your sword. You understand? It also held your sword. All right, go ahead.
With a golden girdle.
And Jesus Christ's girdle was gold. Why is it that they show you in the movies that Jesus Christ had on a Roman toga? Right. Why do they even do that? They show you that he had on a Roman dress. A toga is more like a dress, a tunic that leaves your balls dangling, as if this man didn't have on pants. Like, what are we even doing? It's the most alternative lifestyle, loving fetish for white people. That's why you see when they in the Sistine Chapel, the angels are little babies that are naked. Who the hell wants to have naked angel babies? White naked angel babies is that? I mean, who wants that? That's not strong. That's not power. When I read the Bible, I don't see angels as babies. You ever seen a baby angel in the Bible? No, you haven't. But the Catholic Church is infamous for what? Raise your hand if you know in the class. Go ahead. Trooper.
Lying, sir?
Nah, yeah, but go ahead.
Violating children.
Violating children. Can you say pedophilia on the airways anymore?
I believe so, sir.
Yeah, because it's with the LGBTQP, right? Yeah. Pedophilia, okay.
I don't know if they marked out yet.
All right, well, the people who touch kids.
Right.
The people who want to have sex with kids and abuse them as if they're adults already. People like Dwayne Wade. If he allow his son to do that, brother, I ain't no telling who touched that little boy.
Right.
You understand? Or what they subjugated him to. Nevertheless, let's stay on topic. Go ahead.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs.
His what?
his head and his hairs.
So if his head and his hairs are something different, then what are we talking about here? Go ahead, sister.
His hair. His beard.
Yes. Your head houses two different groups of hair. On top of your head and your hairs. That's the head on your hair and the head on your face. Why does America tell you to cut your face off? I don't know why they do that. Is it to make you acceptable? I'm sorry, go ahead, priest.
Salaki, so because they, like you said, violators of children, and that's who got their face clean.
I mean, give them a hand. I like to give them a hand for that one. I'm going to tell you why. Because it's all about feminizing men. If the effeminization of men is real on this planet, brother, right. What are you born with? You're born, when you're born, you have no hair on your face, and your testicles have not dropped. So, I'm sorry, go ahead, brother.
So like this, sir, if I may, it seems as if they know we're supposed to follow these laws, and they make us try to break them to make us God not favor us no more. Like eat pork, the saddest habit of the day. They change everything, but they know a little bit. I think they make us go against it. You know?
I'll tell you something. These nations aren't stupid. They know your records before you have, and they had them while you couldn't read them. You know, for 250 years, you couldn't read the Bible.
Right.
And they had it. And they studied it, and they traveled the earth. They use it as a history book. They went to Egypt and dug everything up that it said in the book. That's why they put you in the gladiator pits, because they read your records, and they heard how Samson and David would fight bears and stuff and lions with their bare hands. They wanted to see if you could do it too. You understand? That's why they put you in the gladiator arena. Don't believe it? Go study the Greek culture. Go ahead. Somebody refill these candlesticks with the oil, please, while we in class.
So one more thing. Did you see on internet?
I'm gonna have a Munga Bar do it.
So did you see on internet that it was a real life black man superhero years ago? They said that was doing stuff. They kept trying to get rid of him, and he was doing stuff that regular humans couldn't do. You see that documentary thing?
No.
It was on. Yeah, it was deep. It was like he was doing stuff. You know. It was like he's trying to kill him,
just pour olive oil into these here that are already lit, priest.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. I've seen that. That
olive oil is inflammable. It's not going to do you like that. It's just
a point.
Just take your time. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm see that clip. It was like years ago. It was a black man. They said
leave it there. Just pour it in there.
That possession, that capability.
You don't think you can make it happen?
I think we can make it happen. Just you want this on camera like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's make it happen. Let's let the people see what we do. Now you talking about this black cat? That's enough. Just halfway. You talking about a black cat that's famous for doing what now?
Man,
run that back.
Famous is like they kept it like it was like from the 1800s. It's like he could lift car. He could do stuff that regular humans couldn't do. It was like it was scared of him. They was trying to kill him. You know what I mean? Unalive.
He was lifting cars and stuff.
He was doing a lot of stuff that regular humans couldn't do. They knew that, and they was trying to. They're probably trying to change how we think, because we can possess. You know, if we knew what was supposed to be God law, we would perceive, favor what we're supposed to do. We operate in the right sphere. We eat pork, doing all type of bad stuff. We shouldn't be doing.
I understand. Well. Yes, you kind of right. I never heard of this cat, but I've read the Bible, and men in the Bible have done things that regular men can't do.
That's right.
Like you're looking at a man like Moses who split a whole sea and had you walk through it in your past lives. You're looking at a man named Moses who popped the damn rock with a wooden cane out, and it split open and gave you a sea of water. It wasn't sprinkling like a water fountain. It was a sea of water that gushed out. And even if you go to the mountain, and it's not in Israel, it's in Saudi Arabia. If you go to that mountain right now, you'll see that was a sea of water. It had to feed damn near 1 million people. I mean, it had to give drink to 1 million people. Nevertheless, let's keep reading. Who could pick that up for a Munga Bar where he left off at the description of our King Jesus Christ, Yahawashi, as we know him in Hebrew? Quickly.
Slide, sir. We on 14, right?
Please.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 14 at the top. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
White being the color, wool being the texture. Right? Who on this? Does white people got woolly hair? All right, no sweat. So that's strike one. We're playing baseball. Strike one. Go ahead.
As white as snow.
As white as snow. Go ahead.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Well, when you see Cedric Borgia, his eyes are what? Blue. You ever seen a black man who sip a little bit of wine? His eyes be a little bit red, you know what I'm saying? He angry from oppression and, you know, stuff like that. Strike two. Because in that picture that they got, that portrait that they painted with the white Jesus, his eyes were not that color. They were blue or green. Read on.
15. And his feet.
His what?
His feet.
Okay, go ahead.
Like unto fine brass.
Unto what?
Fine brass.
Look at this candlestick right now. This candlestick is fine brass. That's not red. It's not how white people are seen in color today. Read on.
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if what?
They burned in a furnace.
So you take this candlestick right here and you put it in a furnace. A Mungabar who is a blacksmith. How hot is a furnace, brother? Typically to manipulate metal, how hot is a furnace?
About 2,300 degrees.
All right. If you take this shiny brass candlestick and you put it in that furnace and you pull it out, is it gonna be white?
Oh, it's Salakia. On my fault. So 23 would actually melt something like this to that point, but for annealing something like this, it's not going to come out white. It's going to be a much darker color.
There you go. Give him a hand. That's an expert we're talking about. How much experience you have in blacksmithing?
Got about 8 years under my belt with it.
All right. Well, then this is somebody who know what they're talking about. I wouldn't dare to presume to tell you how you rolling your blunts out there, would I? Because I don't do it, but you got experience in rolling blunts out there in the world. You understand? Now, why am I going to sit here and tell you what a blunt look like when you roll it? I don't have no experience. I can't give you no expert opinion on what rolling blunts look like. I don't roll them. You do. Well, guess what? This brother has experience. You understand? And blacksmithing, and he just said that if this went in there, it'd be much darker than what it looked like if it came out of a furnace. Now, this is his feet. Have you ever seen a clean man who keeps the laws of God, which are the laws of cleanliness, and also clean feet in the Bible? You understand? Have you ever seen a clean man whose feet was black, but the rest of his body was white? Anybody ever seen that? No. Of course not. And you know this isn't the only place I can show you in the Bible where Jesus Christ is a black man, right? I can show you in a couple of more spots. It's not that hard to do. Jesus Christ was a Negro who would have got whipped right next to you when he said, "What's your name?" And he said, "Kunta Kinte." In reality, he'd have been, what's your name? Yahushai. No, it's not. It's Toby. Well, pow. Cut his hand off. What's your name? And that torture that Kunta Kinte went through, your ancestors went through that and never bent the knee. They never bent the knee, brother. They died. Kunta Kinte was what you call a coward. You can read in this Bible, and for the Feast of Dedication, what we remember are 7 boys or 7 young men who died to not eat pork, who died to not go against their culture as Israelite men in front of their mama. You understand? And Epiphanes Antiochus was the one who did it. He was the king that did it. This is real history. Go research who Antioch is. He's a real dude. You understand? Who was the son of a general that was to Alexander, the Greek, or Alexander the Great, as you know it. These books, brother, are real. They're alive, and this is not what they'll teach you in the Christian church. It's just the truth. Anybody got anybody in the Christian church that they would like to debate Captain DeBar, just tell them, give me a call. We could do it, set it up, do it in front of your church. We could do it in front of your mama and your daddy. It don't matter to me. We could do it on live. We could do it on No Jumper. I don't give a damn. You're going to lose. But when you debate Captain DeBar, I want stakes to come with it. High stakes. It's like high stake poker. It's like going to Pato. You go play with me, we gonna really gamble some things. Put your church up. Put your church up. Doesn't make sense, right, ZQ? Put your church up. I ain't battling you for nothing. Because I done this too many times. Right? So, to answer your question, propaganda is real. You understand? Programming is real. They programmed an entire race and made them think that God loves everybody with an image. You understand? They made you think that he died so that you think Jesus Christ died so you could be a slut. Like, you know, he's gonna just suck some rod tonight for some money, wake up in the morning on Sunday, and he gonna wash away all your sins. And then on Thursday, you supposed to get with a man who's supposed to kiss you in your mouth. Friday, you sucking more rod. You think Jesus Christ died for you to be a slut? You think Jesus Christ died for you to be a gangbanger, brother, and unalive your people? You think he died for that so he can say, I'm going to wash away you? Why you think rappers, every rapper who stand up and say, oh, I'm all about blackity black. Christmas ain't black people stuff. They celebrate Christmas on the 25th, which is against God in the Bible. And if anybody in the comments want to challenge me on that, just please do it right now. Just challenge me right now. Celebrating Christmas is a sin against God. I'm telling you as a prophet of God right now, celebrating Christmas is a sin against the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I mean, any other God you got, probably love it. Jesus Christ was a black man. Imagery is real. What you see your children will do, they are impressionable. The kids, they're younger than mine. Like, what do you think your kids are learning when they go to school? They don't know shit when they come home. Right. You ask your child, hey, what you learn today at school? What's the typical answer they tell you? Hooray, raise your hand. Anybody? What you learn at school today, Bobby? Nothing. You thought they was lying? You mad at them? You ain't learned nothing? I sent you to school for 8 hours and you ain't. What the fuck are they? Excuse my French. What are they supposed to learn? How to do what? Cut paper and make a damn a crane out of a paper? That's what they do. They give your kid paper, construction paper, Kananya. They give you construction paper and some scissors and some glue. Tell your kid learn something. The hell you supposed to learn? You understand? 1 + 1 is 2. 2 + 2 is 4. Okay, and what? After that, what? They don't teach a kid credit. They don't teach them actual history. They don't teach them what to do with money, how to save, how to budget. These are things that your kids going to really need when they get out of school. Right. They don't teach them none of that. By the time they get out of school, they well trained on how to talk back to people, keep American holidays, salute a damn flag that they don't even know the history on. They don't know how to, go ahead.
They know how to buy Jordans.
Oh, they know how to buy Jordans. They know how to get fly. They know how to get fly and hide behind a damn building and get high. That's what they know how to do. Right. Yeah, they gonna lie to you. And then here you go. It's damn near Christmas time. You finna buy these badass kids some damn, you finna go broke and buying these badass kids some gifts. Right. You're about to go broke. Show you how much of a child you are. Right. You don't even know why you celebrate Christmas. Go ahead, Kananya.
Salaki, sir. And if I can add on to what you were saying, like, they don't even teach kids how to write letters no more, or like writing cursive and stuff like that, because you do need your signature for if you casting a check or something. They don't even teach kids that.
No, they teach them. Pop your initials right here. Initial. Anybody can do my initial. You know what I'm saying? Whatever my signature. Man, listen. What you brought out is a heavy point. They not teaching your kids anything, but they are giving them phones. And on them phones, you know what a movie is? A series of pictures that move. That's why it's called a movie. Moving pictures. That's all it is. Imagery, programming. And what do they give your children to look up to? They pay top dollar. The artists that tell your daughter to stop at the red light and twerk at the headlight are making quadruple affinity, way more than you making. So who do you think your kid's gonna listen to? You? When y'all eating salmon sandwiches with nothing on it? These people talk about eating caviar. What else they be talking about eating? Filet mignon. You understand? They driving Bentleys. You don't even know what a Bentley look like when you go to sleep and think about it. What's a Bentley look like? Who knows? No one. How many of y'all ever had a Bentley in here? Who even cares about a Bentley when the Lord is about to destroy this planet, huh?
Right.
But your kids look up to other people. They're taught by other people. While you go to your job, your children are being raised by the devil. They come home and they lie to you, and you thought that they wasn't going to be liars? They went to a school full of lies, man. The same school you went to. Right or wrong? Man, 'tis the season to forget about Christmas. 'Tis the season to reach in your pocket and send all your money to the Israelite School of UPK.
That's right.
Because while you focus on Christmas, we going to New York City in the dead of winter and feeding immigrants when you look up to Jay-Z and he never did it.
Right.
He's from New York City.
Right.
And he never went up there to go feed the immigrants and clothe the immigrants.
Right.
140,000 of them were without clothes, brother, in New York City, man. Wow. The only man that cared something about it wasn't the purple kids, wasn't the purple police.
Right.
When they march, you know what they marching for? Glory and publicity. They marching for rich people. They marching for likes on Instagram. They marching for Kyrie Irving. He didn't ask for no goddamn army to come and save him. Suckers, man. When we march, we go march to do something about what's going on with our people, man.
Right.
I mean, good night. What else we talking about tonight? What else we talking about tonight?
So, again, we still got that the video of the little boy.
Please, let's do that. Give me the scripture about when Christ said, become a babe. Become like little children. Give me that scripture. Find that as he get this. Please. This is what's going to save our people. When Christ said this, let me show you what Christ really meant when he said become as little babes. You understand? You can play that for the people to see this video. It's a very depressing video to see. And if you look at this video and you see nothing wrong with this video, we're going to analyze this video. We're going to analyze this one. We're going to analyze the people in it. We're going to analyze the reaction of this child. And we're going to analyze the expression on people's faces after his reaction. And then I'm going to show you a scripture in the Bible that should absolutely humble yourself. Again, the Bible is not a religious book. The Bible has nothing to do with religion. Nothing. The Bible is a historic book that Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people... Stop it while I'm talking. The water, please. The Bible is a historical book that was written by Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? So let's get into this video real quick. They somewhere, I guess like an influencer's dinner or something like that. I don't know. Some of these people are social media famous, right? So you got this cat, you know what I'm saying? I guess he's supposed to be some famous cat. he got somebody mama twerking. Just remember that when you out there twerking, sisters. If you got kids, one day your kid gonna see this, man. Go ahead.
So like I think the little boy kind of famous. His name Lil James, ain't he?
I don't know none of these people, brother.
Yeah, I watch it.
It's Jalen.
Jalen. Okay, no sweat, sis.
Also, I actually you see the video of a 9-year-old little kid who's making a video now, but talking about anybody can talk to him. They got a little ride, and he's 9 years old and he can't even read.
I'm sorry. Say that again. I'm sorry. What is that?
There's this video that I was looking at earlier today of a little 9-year-old boy. His name's like RTL or something like that, or RT, and he made this video where he was talking about the only way that people could come up and talk to him or be his friend, they gotta suck his little rod or whatever, make him get his bread. And then they did an interview with him, and they was like trying to basically tell him like that was like an inappropriate song, but then
don't worry about it on the class. Don't worry about that on this class monitor. I just really wanted to be on Salakasis. Just play it live so the people can see it that's out there. We've seen it before.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But the parents was in the background egging him on to like telling him that it was okay for him to do this type of video and listen to other people.
I understand. Just like, I mean, good night. Let's get this first. Before that's a crazy story, sis. You got to send that in. Go ahead. Play it. Push the man away from the mouth. He like, what you mad at me for? Your mama the thought. He looked at him like, what you mad at me for? Your mama dancing on me. Your mama the thought. I ain't asked her to dance on me. She dancing on me. The kid is devastated. He pushed him away, trying to protect his mama's honor. What honor? Go ahead, Priest.
I think even as a man, that dude was disrespectful too.
Facts, because if that little boy would have been her husband, he wouldn't have reacted like that. That dude would have been like, my bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? My bad. Because he know what would have happened. Right. Go ahead.
Like so you can also tell by how that little kid looked. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had one train of thought about his mama that she could do no wrong. After that, you can see the whole look of destruction on his face. Like, man, now that's going to be burnt in his image for the rest of his life.
This is psychologically damaging to this cat. This little boy going to grow up with issues if they're not addressed today. We about to get to it. Let's go ahead. Destroyed, huh? His little brother's crying. Crying. And you don't think that this is serious, huh? If you look at this video and you see this cat crying, this little kid crying, this child crying, because he just watched the most pure person in his life become a slut. He watched his mother whore herself on video in front of everybody, and it embarrassed this kid. This kid was a pure, innocent cat, and he just grew up right there. Tonight, he grew up to what a whore looks like. Can I say whore?
I believe we gotta use terms like harlot.
Harlot, okay. He understands it. I'm sorry, y'all out there in the Facebook and YouTube and social media world for using that kind of language, because the earth has gotten so goddamn soft now. In a minute, you understand, bombs are going to be dropping and somebody going to be telling me what I can't say. Right. Bombs are going to be dropping in America. Somebody going to tell me you can't say bomb. I can't. What the hell am I supposed to say? Falling explosive. That's too much goddamn language to be saying, hey, falling explosive. I just need to say bomb, bro. Yeah, I mean, what the hell? It's been too saturated. But anyway, this little man, my heart goes out to this cat. He's crying. He's devastated. The same way you were. Remember when you first found out that your father wasn't nothing? Remember when you first found out that your mother was a what's the word? Harlot? And your father was a coward? Remember that? And it made you cry. You cried on your pillow. You know you did. Go ahead.
And also, if you look at the video, the dude that was getting danced on by the little brother's woman, he took it as a joke. You know what I'm saying? He looked at the little boy as he was crying and laughed it off, which probably damaged it even more. Like, y'all don't see anything wrong with what's going on. This is my mom, and she's dancing on you like she ain't got no home training.
Forget about it. These women need men in these households, brother. Because without a man in these households, America then gave them licenses to become monsters. You understand? Monsters on a whole nother level. And without guidance, without a man who's going to stand for something to keep them in line, they will continue to do things like this. Now, hold on, time out. Y'all thought this was an isolated event? This happens in the ghetto every single weekend. Every single party your mama throw, this is what happens. As a matter of fact, when you sleep at home by yourself, after your mama done gave you melatonin and fed you, you're at home, your mama is in the club with her panties to another woman's belly, dancing on her as if she has something that's worth dancing on. You understand? Alternative lifestyle acts going on in the club every single day. Your mother is on her monthly. She's twerking with a dress wide up with the string hanging out. That's your mama doing it. And if you ever would have saw it and somebody told you that your mother was a harlot, you'd be ready to fight. Well, let me tell you something. Brother, your mother's a harlot. Accept it. Do something with that. Here's what you do. If you want to do something about that, join the Israelite School UPK.
That's right.
Then you can really do something about that, because if we don't go out and speak and teach against this, brother, we the last vanguard, brother, for black and Hispanic people. Everybody else is going along with America. Everybody else thinks this is funny and cool and content. Everybody doing whatever for content. They'll sell your entire soul away for a bit of content. And how long does content last? You watch a YouTube video, brother, one time and don't ever watch it again. But these people sold their soul for you to watch their video one time. One time, man. That's what your life is about. A person clicking play on a video to see you destroy your entire reputation on something so trivial as this. We got to do better than this, man. We got to do better than this. And let me tell you how outstanding this young brother is. He cried because he understood right then and there what it takes to be a strong man in front of everybody who just want to have fun. He found out what it's like. And guess what? He's going to abuse some women. If he don't, one second, I'm coming to you. If he don't get some psychological therapy for what he just went through, that was traumatic. Not only was it emasculating, before his balls could even drop, he got a deep voice. Before he could even become a man, he was emasculated by his own mother. He's not going to respect this woman ever again, ever in his life. And any woman that looks, he might get with he might get with a white woman now. This is why black men get with white women. You dummy. You thought you mad at black men for getting with white women, but this is what you're doing to them. You're traumatizing them. He never wants a woman that'll do what his mother did. He know white women don't know how to twerk. Why not give him one of those? You mad at Young Jeezy. Who's to say Young Jeezy's mother didn't twerk on somebody in a party? Mad at Young Jeezy because he wouldn't have got a damn Chinese woman, right? Who else? Give me some more famous people that marry white women. Go ahead.
So, you know, recently, what's his name? Jonathan Majors or something like that?
Yeah, Jonathan Majors, he got with a white woman.
Yeah, he going through it right now, you know what I'm saying? Getting charges brought on him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? For, you know, who knows?
Right. You thought he was Creed. What was he on, Creed? Rocky? Somebody.
He's on a lot of
somebody. He was somebody's boxer. He was a boxer somewhere. You know what I mean? Here this cat is portrayed as a strong black man. And he's married. When he go home, he lay his head on he share a pillow with a devil The woman who births the nation of people who oppress you. Gives birth to these people. And there you have it. This brother probably watched his mother twerk on somebody at a juke joint. He probably saw it. You understand? Or he probably was at home at night when she thought he was asleep, and she came home with some cat that wasn't his father and had outrageous monkey sex. You understand? Outrageous monkey sex with some cat that's not his. He probably hear his mother getting wailed out. Shut up. I'm going to do it to you. Choke me, Jerry. Choke me, Jerry is crazy. But that's what he heard from his bed. Go ahead.
Man, that kid in the pillow crying his eyes out right now.
Man, he can't get up and go in that room. Right. Let me ask you a question. Were you ever that kid? Yeah, I was that kid. Go ahead.
I was going to say, like, those tears that the kid was having wasn't, it's my personal thought. It wasn't because he was sad. I think it was because of anger.
Of course it was anger, right? Yeah. So what he did to that cat? He pushed that cat, and if he was a grown man, he would have punched that man in his face out for doing what he did. Never realizing, let me tell you something, there's so many black and Hispanic men incarcerated right now over this kind of woman. You understand? Right. You took your anger out on another brother for just being what a man is going to be when a woman offers him something like this. That's why the cat did this. What are you tripping? Right. I'm just doing what any man will do. She twerking on me, man. What you tripping for? Brother, you know other brothers kill each other for this, man. Right. They unalive each other for this. They be locked up somewhere. One man 6 feet under. This man is in prison for the rest of his life. And this woman is still out twerking on people, man. You understand? Okay. And let me tell you, here's the biggest thing. It's because you love harlots. If black and Hispanic men did not love harlots, brother, these women would not be that. Right. How do I know? I just look back in history. Look back in history where black women were more wholesome. Why? Because black men required wholesome women. And they would stand or die for the integrity and the image of black women. That has been degraded to the point where now you have to fight a man on camera because he's doing this to your mother. Right. You understand? So yes, give me that scripture about this kid. Let me show you this kid right here. And this is what every black man has to become. Every black man has to become just like this kid. This kid was innocent. Yep. This kid was a protector. This kid will not stand for black women being treated like a whore. Like a harlot. This kid wants to see his mother be a wholesome woman. But young brother, if you want that to happen, join the Israelite School EPK. That's right. Any man that ever went through this kind of trauma and you still suffering with it today and you beating on women, this is where it comes from. Right. It comes from being subjugated to watching your mother do this. Black women as well. I'm coming to you, ZQ. Black women as well. You watched your father beat your mother every single day. Right. And your mother directed all of her aggression and all of her anger. She had nobody else to talk to. So she spoke to you. And as a kid, you had to listen to your mother hate your father. That's a hell of a life, She'll never trust a man. She'll never do it. Her own father whooped on her mother every day. And her mother, when her father was gone, you know what she's saying? Your daddy ain't this. Your daddy ain't that. All he do is this. Look what he did to me. She crying, her heart goes out to you. She doesn't need to. You're exposing these kids to grown things, and you're so selfish. Because if it was really about your kids, you would behave yourself, you would control yourself, and you would move with morality. But you don't care about these kids. You just care about the benefits that the government are giving you for these kids. You don't care about these kids. You just care about hurting the man with child support. You don't care about these kids. You just care about having sex with every woman that you could put your rod in. You don't care about these kids, Akim. You don't. You don't care about these kids, sisters and brothers. And that shows that you're a kid. You're just a kid. And you're destroying more lives because this young cat, if nobody stop him, he's going to remember what his mother did. And the first time he see his girlfriend do it, he's going to bust her face wide open. He got the gorilla strength yet. But he about to have some gorilla strength in 10 years. No. How old is he? 20? 12? In 5 years, he's a grown man strength. When he slap a woman, it's going to hurt her. He can give her a brain aneurysm and all that. And you sisters out here thinking that these men are emotionally strong enough to not whoop your ass. You're stupid. You're going to get beat up. You understand? Go ahead.
I was going to say, too, if this was done like at a house, he could have got that equalizer, you know what I mean?
And start deleting people like the delete button, huh?
Yeah.
Backspace, 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 backspace. Everybody in there deleted. Shalom. Wahala. And then you'd watch this video and he would have been crying and saying, I saw something that just took me over the edge. I mean, white people get taken over the edge for a Christmas toy. I mean, Michael Myers killed his whole family because he couldn't go get some damn nasty ass candy corn. Michael Myers wanted to go trick-or-treating and killed, and unalived everybody in his, massacred them for some damn candy. What you think this black boy gonna do? He's going to become a monster, a threat to women. And then you gonna be like, it make no sense. Christian church gonna blame him, not the mother, brother. Because black men worship black women nowadays. She could do no wrong, huh? Even when she twerking, she doing the wop on this man in front of her son. Didn't even have no decency. But it's not her fault. I know. I get it. It's not her fault. Y'all just too hard on black women. Y'all got to let them live. Y'all some lames. And y'all don't never have fun. Man, listen, brother. We ain't here to have fun. We holy men of the Lord. That's right. We here to show your stupid ass on how to conduct yourself before the Most High, before the Lord decide to wipe you out like an idiot. How many more years of slavery that you got to go through before you find out that God is actually real? Does it take your son to just snap in the middle of the night and say, you know what, my mama ain't gonna never be nothing, and come into your room with a Michael Myers sized knife and thrust it into your damn cranium or into your sternum? When he feel like you just gonna keep embarrassing him every chance he get? Nobody cares about this kid, brother. The only people who looked at this video and cared about this little boy for real, to really evaluate this video, and the chick afterwards, after it was done, looking at the kid laughing. You wanna know why? Because she's hurt too. Nobody stood up and spoke on her behalf when she got touched as a little girl. And in her mind, he's just a kid, don't know how to handle what? Abuse. I know. The majority of you sisters have been touched. You understand? When you weren't supposed to be. Right. Nobody was there to take up for you. And the religion of the people that touched you and abused you sexually when you were a kid are in the same church that you go to every weekend. They were all Christians. And I know you're saying it's not every Christian church, Kowal. But what did Christ say? You judge a tree by what? Go ahead, ZQ.
It's like by its branches, by its fruits.
By the fruit it produces. And the Christian and Catholic Church have produced people who abuse children sexually, who are promiscuous harlots, who are men who purchase sex workers. You understand? People who are on the down low. You know, the damn down low started in the Christian church. Why in the hell would you go back to the Christian church? You understand? They celebrating Halloween. Like Michael Myers is on the screen in the church. Wow. Ain't it supposed to be a holy place of the Lord?
Wow. Yep.
Witches in the church? Witches. Necromancy in the church? Frankenstein is necromancy, Yak. If you go look in the goddamn law, it says that you should not do that. Witches. Scriptures say a witch should be put to death. It's crazy, man. Confusion, man.
Right.
This is Babylon.
Right.
Who could doubt? Who could dispute that? Give me the scripture about the little boy, man. Let me show you how he's better than you. This little boy is better than you Christians. All you cats about to celebrate. You got it?
So like you kind of go, sir.
1 second before you do it. All you cats about to celebrate Christmas and forget about this little man's pain. He's better than you.
That's right.
All you cats about to make a stupid ass New Year's resolution that as soon as February comes, you gonna be like,
right.
Oh damn, I couldn't do it. You ain't strong enough to keep your New Year's resolution for 4 months. I challenge everybody who has a New Year's resolution to do it. Do it. You know you're not. You're not gonna do it. Am I making this up, Kawal?
No, you're not, sir.
Before you came into the truth, how many New Year's resolutions you made didn't keep? Every last one of them.
Too many to count, sir.
I mean, how many did you keep?
1.
To smoke weed.
No.
I'm just playing.
Staying the truth.
Huh?
Staying the truth. Like leave the church.
To lead the church and get in truth?
Yeah,
that was the only one. Good night. The Lord listened to that one, huh?
Yes, he did.
You understand? How many of y'all had a resolution that you kept? ZQ, you kept any?
Man,
Longer than 4 months?
Man, I told myself I'll stop smoking every year.
Never happened.
After about the third day or whatnot,
it was over. It was unbearable, huh?
Man, it was back to smoke.
The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you. Listen, man, there are no examples of real upstanding people in our neighborhoods anymore, except for the UPK.
That's right.
People that won't ever bend to the will of a woman, that won't ever bend to the will of society. Yeah, it's a lot of brothers that will go against their own reputation and integrity for the idea of being with a woman, brother.
Good night.
Not even being with a woman, just the idea of the pursuit of a woman. They'll do it. And then you will be looking at them like, man, hold on, bro. You doing this over for what? This is what everybody does. Well, there's something stronger than the force of a woman on this planet. That's the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. Don't you know that keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord and being an honorable man that won't bend, won't lie, won't break, don't you know that being that is the most attractive thing to a woman that she can ever see?
That's right.
That's the point.
That's right.
And when you don't understand that, you just become a mark for a woman. You're a mark. What they say in LA? You're a mark. That's all you are, a mark. You are food. You're the consumer. But when you keep these laws and you got integrity and honor and some goddamn, some backbone, that's what the woman wants. The woman don't want the man she can run over all the damn time. That's what she plays with. She's like the cat and you're the mouse. Let you run a little bit. Bring you back. Come here. Play with you in the hand. Let you run a little bit. Bring you back. But when you keep these laws, you are the human with the hand that picks the cat up and throws him in the cage. Close the damn cage. You ain't coming out. You keep peeing on everything. Stop peeing and I'll let you out. Give me the scripture, please.
Sir. You said the little child.
Yes, please.
You want me to start at verse 1?
Yeah. Where we at, first of all?
So we at Matthew chapter 18, verse 1.
Get there with you. All right, let's go.
This is Matthew chapter 18, verse 1. At the same time came the disciples unto Yahushua.
Yahushua is Jesus in English, in the Hebrew, for you English people.
Saying, who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?
Right. Who, like when everything changes, the kingdom of heaven is not when you die and go up to, you don't, when you die, your soul goes up to the Lord, he judges you and puts you right back out here. When you die, you don't go live with the Lord forever. Biggie is not in the sky right now. All right? He's not. Right. Tupac is not in the sky anymore.
Right.
By this time, they've been reincarnated, brother. They back on the earth. You understand? That's a whole nother lesson. If anybody wants to get that breakdown, you just comment that. You understand? Who's going to be the greatest when black people take over rulership of the earth? Because if you, all you Christians who quote the Lord's Prayer, you forget the part when you say, on earth as it is in heaven, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, not in heaven as it is in heaven, on earth as it is in heaven. The kingdom of heaven is going to be on the planet earth.
That's right.
And heaven is just talking about who's on top in rulership and who's at the bottom in poverty.
That's right.
Oh, wait, read on.
Khan. Verse 2. And Yahweh called a little child.
A what?
A little child.
A what?
A little child.
This boy right here that you saw his mother do what she did in front of everybody, that was a little child. And Yahweh, Jesus Christ, he called a little child as an example of who was going to do what in the kingdom, brother?
Who was the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?
Who's going to be the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? Go ahead.
Verse 2. And Yahweh called a little child unto him and set him in the midst of them.
In the midst of them. Now, these are the disciples who asked Christ, in the kingdom of heaven, who is going to be the greatest? Because they're thinking amongst themselves. Who's going to be the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? And Yahweh, our King, Jesus Christ, as you know him, pulled a little child from his class. Obviously, this has to be a class where he's teaching not just the disciples, but everybody. What does it say? Where were they at when this happened? Quite sure he was teaching. You know, Christ had at least 5,000 people in the school before they all left, right? So Christ pulls a little kid, brings him over and says, in the midst of him, in the middle of everybody can see him. Go ahead.
Verse 3.
On camera, like this little cat. Go ahead.
Verse 3. And said, verily I say unto you.
Surely is what verily means. Surely. Go ahead.
Except ye be converted and become as little children.
Unless you be converted. Converted from what, Ayah?
I don't know.
Ezekiel?
It's like a circle. Be converted from what you know already. What you already got in your mind, your mindset.
Converted from what then? Just keep it simple.
Christianity.
Give him a hand. The rudiments of the world. 1 John chapter 2 and 15 said what? Nobody knows. Go ahead.
Be ye transformed?
No. Love not the world or anything that is in the world. Love it not. I thought Christ came to die for this world. World is a society and age. Love not the society that you know. Hate it.
Right.
You understand?
Go.
So when it says be what?
Except ye be converted.
You got to be converted from all of the Christmases that you've done, all of the twerking that you've done on men in front of your sons, all of the times you beat a woman in front of your child, all the time you've unalived somebody in front of people, all the times you sold drugs and thought that God was going to forgive you because you went to church and gave money. Give me some more. All the times you stolen and was a Kia boy. You understand? All the time that you sold out the black race for white people during the civil rights movement, Martin Luther King Jr. You understand? One of the most traitorous men that ever came up out of our damn race. To galvanize the people's hearts and minds and bring them to a place where we accept being a slave in America under white people was crazy. Because we never got equal, even though segregation happened.
Right.
Go ahead.
Except ye be converted and become as little children.
What are little children? Innocent. What are little children? They are innocent. Little children, they only see what's right and what's wrong. You understand? You show a little kid what's right and what's wrong, they don't know how to be a slime ball like you. They're going to try to protect what's right. You got to be like little children. You got to be like the boy in that video that saw his mother twerking on somebody and knew it was wrong. Inherently knew it was wrong. And he tried to defend her honor. You got to defend the honor of the nation of Israel in our wickedness while we're twerking on white America, man. That's what we're doing as a people. As a race, we're twerking on white American culture. We're twerking on Christianity in front of everybody for the world to see.
Right.
Well, if you want to change that, you got to be like this little kid.
Right.
You got to stand up and save this woman from being a harlot and showing her ass for everybody to see. Go ahead,
Man, it's like, seeing that little brother do that was honorable. You know what I'm saying?
Give him a hand.
That was honorable. And, and the fact that he did that, like, you know what I'm saying? It was just like you said before, like that kid ain't gonna never be the same after that. He, like you said, he's gonna look at women and he's gonna hate women. And then society, so like I said, society always, like when a man always, voices opinion or whatever, they tell him, oh, you heard, you got mommy issues. Yes, he got mommy issues. He just seen his mother
get
twerking on a man besides his father. Yes. I mean, that damaged him. So he got mommy issues. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right. And for a person to even try to sit there and make you feel bad instead of, trying to address the situation, I'm coming to you. When you have mommy issues, you understand? Then you ask the sister, you got daddy issues? Of course, Akim. The person that's asking you if you have mommy issues has mommy issues. The person that's asking you if you have daddy issues has daddy issues.
Right.
Because where you thought they was at? In a perfect family? Right. You forgot the neighborhood you live in?
Right.
What are the statistics? 9 out of 10, every black Hispanic nation, a household in this race we have, are without a father, brother. Yeah, you got daddy issues. Are you so far removed from your race and your people that you forgot that you have daddy issues? That you forgot you got mommy issues? The slut that's twerking, who's saying, do you have mommy issues? The reason she's twerking is because she got daddy issues. Am I making this up? Sir. We don't have any compassion against each other anymore, do we? We don't have no passion for each other. We're so cruel and tasteless and heartless to each other that we forget where we come from. 1 second. Are y'all?
No, I was gonna say that child he didn't just get embarrassed by the people that was there, but for the fact that it's in social media, he's embarrassed by the whole world because the whole world saw that.
Whole entire world, man. Go ahead.
I was actually pretty much about to say what he said in top check.
The water. So, remember this. I'm sorry, go ahead, sis.
Not only that even though it's on social media, that's something that will never go away. He's going to remember that for the rest of his life.
Not only will it never go away in his mind, it's always on the internet. And what do they say about the internet? Once it's on the internet, brother, hold on, let me get my expert in conspiracy theories. Officer Kananya. Once it's on the internet, what do they say about the internet?
It's on there forever.
Ain't no deleting it. Once it's out there on the internet, brother, it's there. And this cat is going to have to grow up. And his reputation ain't about... Listen to all the things he's done on social media. He was an influencer, a content creator. He had a great following and everything. They don't give a damn about none of the great things he never did no more. You know what he's going to always be known as? Go ahead.
The kid who's seen his mama twerking on her.
The kid whose mother is a harlot. When he go to class, go ahead, brother.
Lock your server, man. I've been watching him. I never seen his mother before. This is the first time I ever seen her.
That's a hell of an introduction into social media, ain't it? Now he will be bullied, Akim. He'll be bullied at school. He can't make jokes with nobody else, Because the moment he make jokes with somebody else, you know what they gonna say? What they gonna say, Ezekiel?
Man, that's when your mama was twerking on another mama. I don't know.
Listen, and if this brother does not get embraced, here's his options: suicide, alternative lifestyle, hating women and beating them every chance he gets, or just being a loner and being a drug addict. Go ahead.
He might turn to the streets, sir. Might be like, get hard. You know what I mean?
That anger in the
Pause. The get hard is not acceptable up here. I'm just playing. But I know.
Gang.
Nevertheless, being a gang member, he's going to become an unaliver. Still bad for him. The only option that he has here that is going to make sure that his life is great is the Israelite School EPK. That's it. And once everybody else notices that, once you notice that Christmas is just as good as twerking on the devil, once you notice that, you'll realize that the only road is always going to lead back to One West. That's it. You harlots out there who twerking on people, there's only one road to go. So don't put too many miles on that box. You understand? Don't do that. Because you're gonna lower your worth. You understand? When it comes to getting a good man.
That's right.
You're gonna lower your worth.
Damn.
All you sisters that's lonely at 40 and above, Akim.
Yikes.
Yeah, I mean, like they lonely at 40 and above. You understand? They have so much money that they made because they did not focus on the man in their youth. Or, it went wrong with the man in their youth. They got so much money and they are lonely. And these sisters need men. Sisters, if you need men, I got a pool you should fish from. Go ahead.
It's like, so what you just said was heavy. Like you just said, they got all this money. They're lonely. But in their head, they still think everything is all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting, the perfect man is still going to come. Since it's too many miles. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. The perfect man has already come. His name is Gucci. Am I making this up, Kawal? His name is Gucci, Prada, Louis Vuitton.
Right.
You understand? His name is Balenciaga. His name is Hookah. His name is that tight ass dress you wore to twerk in front of your son. You understand? His name is Benjamin Franklin. That's your man. And at home, when you go get your sex toy and you have fun with that, just remember that pillow won't hug you, baby girl. That pillow won't protect you. It won't listen to your problems and give you good feedback on it. It won't be here when white America decides to turn up on black America. That money won't mean nothing. What's going to mean something is that broke nigga. You understand? America forever talking about, even men, black men, I ain't around no broke niggas. It's just rich niggas only. Rich niggas look like Puff Daddy. So if you were around a bunch of P. Diddy's, you could keep that, brother. You understand? I don't want to be around no P. Diddy's, brother. You understand? I don't need no man telling me he'd take me shopping to see what he could do with my booty. No. That's not what we roll with. Real warriors, real men of the Lord.
That's right.
We ain't around here kicking it on no gang banging stuff. Gang banging is for cowards, man.
That's right.
Now I done lived in Chicago for how long? I'm not just saying this online and won't say this in front of a gangbanger's face. Who've seen me live on television say this in front of gang members? I've said it in front of gang members in their face on the west side of Chicago. I've done it. Listen, me and these brothers, courageous men in the Israelite School EPK, we went to the Mexican festivity days with nothing but Latin kings, like 35 Latin kings surrounded us. Was you there? All right, I was there. I'm not making this up. This is a real thing. Go ahead. One of you brothers go see that. Not you. You. We was there. You understand? And the gang members came around me. The Latin Kings don't like, and we had these on. We had things on. Anybody know about Chicago? You should know. Latin Kings do not do with this. It was about what, 5 of us? against 35 of them. You understand? They circled around us. I was the captain at that point, or the highest ranking officer at that point. You understand? They surrounded us. And guess what they did? No, they did. They came up to me. Their leader came, stepped up. So I can't make this up, brother. It's like a movie. This is the last thing I'm going to say before we get out of here. It's like a movie. And this is what I'm going to show you how to stand on integrity in the face. Here's how you know we're not cowards. Because we was outnumbered 35-5. In a life and death situation, any one of you other clowns would have started Harlem shaking and Diddy bopping. And did a goddamn dance in front of them. And, no, brother, we all cool and all that. Yeah. It's all right. You know, we ain't on none of that. You understand? 35 of them, 10 feet away from us, 5 of us. Matter of fact, sorry, 3 of us. 2 of y'all was gone.
I think it was 2 of y'all, wasn't it?
2 of who?
Okay, it might have been 3 or 2 of y'all.
Yeah, it was just 2 of us. Yeah. No, 3 of us. Me and Lamach. Yo, so it was other brothers was gone. So really, even though it's 5 of us there, 3 of these brothers is going to get something to eat and enjoy the festivities. It's just me and Lamach right there. You understand? Some of the brothers rolled up after we already into what's going on already. They roll up then. You understand? But it's 2 of us, 35 men. I'm telling this story because I want you brothers to realize what real courageous acts look like. You understand? Real men of God look like. All right? So look, 10 feet away from us are 35 Latin kings, brother. These brothers look like the ones who kill people. I mean, who unalive people. You understand? These ain't the ones who look like they just gang banging just because it looked cool. These are the ones who were called there to deal with the gangster disciples that came to the Mexican festivities day or whatever. What was it called again? The Taste of Mexico. In Chicago, on the wrong side of town, brother. This is not, take my glasses out when I'm talking about this. This is not the place where you want to be as a black man, where we was at. You understand? You come over there, brother, you're going to be unalived. All right? So we went over there anyway. All right? So they standing on one side, we standing on the other side, me and Lamach. They leader leaves them and starts approaching us. So I leave Lamach and start approaching him. Me and Lamach. You understand? I get to the brother, short Mexican cat. He go, he point at my shield. What's that about? I say, this right here? You want to know what this is right here? Nah, I say, this right here, brother, this right here is King David's signature in the Bible. Not the dumb King David that you know about in gangbanging. But I'm talking about the historical King David that unified all the tribes of Nation of Israel in the Bible. This is his signature in ancient Hebrew. And not only does it belong to me, it belongs to you too. Right. Because you are from the Nation of Israel the same way I am. He said, oh, okay. So what y'all doing here? I said, well, just like any place in Chicago, we're not restricted to gang lines. We're not. Nobody's going to restrict us to gang lines here because our king sent us out here in the roughest, toughest parts when you ain't ever even been at. He was like, okay. He was like, no sweat. I said, let me tell you something else, brother. And I really didn't have to say this. I don't even know why I said this, but I didn't have to say this. But I said this because I know he needed to hear it. I said, brother, check this out. Me and you, we come from the same race. You see them cats, them white cats over there in blue, with them badges on? Why didn't you walk up to them and ask them why they here? Why would you walk up to me? Well, me and you in the ghetto together. We fighting these people together. Why you walk up to me as if I'm the threat? Ain't they the threat? They're the biggest gang in Chicago. You don't get your bounty points off to running up to me. like you tough. Those are the ones you got to make your gains off of. Not me. Me and you going at it, regular stuff. Nothing, and it's gonna be a regular story. I said, but here's what I want you to know. Gang banging is for bitches. I looked him right in his eyes and said that. He said, what? Niggas who gang bang are bitches. And I know I shouldn't have said this. It's a lie. I know I should have said this. I told Captain Ball Quad this. He was like, the Bob, what the hell did you do that for? But I just had to. You want to know why? Because the Lord told me to go out and show no fear. And that's exactly what I wasn't going to do. And if this was about to be my last moment on earth, not only was I going to make it hard for them to make it my last moment on earth, Akim, I was going to make it very hard for them to take me out of there. But I wanted to give up the ghost or the spirit to the Lord, knowing that I stood on the Lord's business out here. You understand? And that's the integrity of a man. And that's being like one of these little children. Because I stood on what I knew was right, and I didn't stop because I felt like I was, overwhelmed by the presence of all these men, or whatever the case may be, or the threat of death. That's the type of men that we got in here.
That's right.
That's the caliber of men that we got in here. And when I looked him in his eyes, and I told him that I believe that any brother that's gang banging is a bitch, and he asked me to say it again, and I said it again, loud enough for every last one of them to hear it, he looked at me and said, well, you brothers are standing for something dope. And I respect that. Dapped me up, embraced me, and said, you brothers are good around here. You understand? Y'all straight. Enjoy the festivities. And in my mind, then I knew that he knew that we wasn't the prey.
That's right.
We've never been the prey. We are the boogeyman. You understand? We're that thing in the dark that you don't want to touch your back. You understand? The fear of the Lord is something that they had better got. That's right. Because that's a terrible power, and we serve him. What did David say? David said, man, I'm not afraid of nothing in the valley of death. Why? Because I know the Lord with me. If you don't walk out here and think like that, brother, then you are food. That day, them brothers knew what it was like to face real men. And they honored it. Could have went all the way up. It could have been stupid on my behalf. In retrospect, I look back and I say, why did I even say that? I don't know. Maybe the Lord just took over my mouth. I don't have a clue. But it worked. And it was real. You understand? And I became like a kid at that point. I didn't even care. I don't even know danger. What's danger? All I know is what's right is what's right. We here to do something that's going to wake you up. And you come up here and stop us and have a question about this? Nah, I'm not with that. And it's the same thing that young cat did with his mama. There's no difference. You understand? And that's how you got to be. And all you people who hate was... How much did the Christian church make since 1980 before we end this class? How much did the black Christian church make? It was something billion.
18 billion?
Oh, hell no. Oh, no. It was like... It was like 140 billion. 80 billion, perhaps.
That sounds about right.
About 80 billion, perhaps. I just want y'all to get angry real quick out there. I want y'all to see when you're struggling and you see your Christian pastor and he's not. I want you to understand something. He's not going to pay your bills every time you need him to pay them bills. He doesn't care about you and everything you got going on. He only cares about who cares about him, who gives him the attention that he needs. He's not a real man of God when the COVID-19 happened, all of that healing power that they thought they had, they didn't use none of that to save your auntie when she died of COVID.
Right.
Well, excuse me, when she passed away from COVID. Anybody got that yet? That number? Hey Siri, how much money has the Black Christian Church made since 1980? 400. Excuse me.
No, go ahead, sorry.
Black churches have collected $800 billion in 10 years.
800 billion?
Billion.
Brother.
800 billion?
Billion.
Yeah, I knew it was 8.
All right.
You said that's in 10 years, all right?
That's 10 years. 10.
Yeah. That's trillion. 1.6 trillion.
Can the camera see this?
No, it's shiny.
It's too shiny?
Okay.
We're going to put this up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put this. I want this up on our page immediately. All
right.
It says Black churches have collected $800 billion in 10 years. What? A, the promise of 100-fold blessings return to you when you give. This is the game. Thankfulness for a social and spiritual institution that meets many needs. C, the wonderful pastor instilling unflinching loyalty. D, the willingness to give because God has been good to them. Good night. E, the treat of hellfire and damnation. The threat of hellfire and damnation. And F, simple obedience to a section of the Bible that asks for tithe and offering, where tithe is 10% of income. I'm about to teach a small little class on this one article right here. This is insane. Black churches have collected $800 billion in 10 years. Why in the hell are we in poverty? If you gave Commanding General Yohana $800 billion 10 years ago,
Right. For real.
brother, we'd be the superpower on the planet.
That's right. That's right.
We'd be the number one superpower as a nation, army, people, and we'd be in Israel right now because we'd have been to provoke our king to come back and save everybody.
Right.
800 billion. You wouldn't need food stamps. You wouldn't need Section 8. You wouldn't need anything but the Israelite School of UPK. And the only reason why you think that you don't, and even without that 800 billion, we still gonna do more than what you could do with the 800 billion. Why? Because we are real men of the Lord.
That's right.
And you are not. With that being said, pass the class over to priest and officer Kala. All right. This is crazy. 800 billion. It used to be 420 billion since 1980. So on top of that, what you said what that number was?
I said 1.6.
So 420 billion plus 800 billion is what?
1.220.
Good night.
Like you said, just blacks.
Just blacks. We ain't even talking about the other tribes.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about the Hispanic tribes, the Spanish-speaking tribes. We just talking about black churches.
So like they black too.
Thank you, young trooper, for 1,000. I appreciate it. In Israelite School of UPK, yes, we understand that, but out there they don't. You understand? We understand that. Out there we're divided. All right. Out there it's blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And here, it's just niggas.
Right.
Ain't no difference between us. So for the uneducated, the Black Christian Church alone has made $1.2 trillion since 1980. Why in the hell are we in poverty?
Right.
So like if I make any loaning to other races, don't give it to. We can't get loans for them businesses. So they give it to other nations.
Of course.
Beauty supply stores and restaurants and stuff, gas stations.
Listen, man, that's a whole nother topic. I'm gonna save it for that. But what he's saying is, if we just do that off of black churches alone, what has the Hispanic churches have made?
Right.
Hey Siri, how much money has Latino churches made since 1980?
Catholic churches.
Error.
9999999.
Are they? Hey Siri, how much money has Hispanic churches made since 1980? It's not saying. I probably got to do a more refined search for that one.
You probably got to put the Catholic Church.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Siri, how much money has the Catholic Church in America made since 1980?
That sounds refined right there. I know way more than the black church. I know that. That's a fact.
And they're not even trying to disclose that much money.
They say too much.
Gangbangers are Catholics, like to the fullest.
The Vatican sitting there like, Siri, don't you say nothing.
They're not trying to disclose that. I got to do a more refined search.
They said they made Google sign an NDA.
All right, let's let the brother get these announcements over with.
The bar, sir.
Yeah, the bar.
This is the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You find it in Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Ma'ashra, it means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or the teacher. Priest fund. It's a free will offering for priests. It's not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like would be appreciated. Upcoming holy convocations. We are still in the process of the holy convocation of the Feast of Dedication. After this, we have the Feast of Purim coming up.
Technically, it's not a holy convocation. It is a memorial. But we do have Purim coming up in
the
March.
Is that the updated one or is that the older one?
No, this is the movie right now. All right, so Thursday, February 22nd through Friday, February 23rd, the Feast of Purim.
Kind of one kind. All right, IQ, Aqua. Make sure to check the bulletin board to see if there's anything coming up. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing it all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, and or scarf. All right, with that, men of Israel, Amadium. Whenever you're ready. I'll give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Amadium Shabbat. Amadium. Barak.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatham.
Yahweh Hashem Barakatham.
Yadmatah. Nosar. Good stuff. Men of Israel, we're going to give a courtesy salute to the sister. Amadium. Amadium Shabbat. Amadium. Barak.
Yahweh Shamar Alatham Ba'Shem Yahushua.
Yahweh Shamar Alatham Ba'Shem Yahushua.
Yadmatah. Class dismissed.